My name is Levi Gardner. I'm the manager at the Sustainable Agriculture Project, which is a 2-acre market farm adjacent to Grand Valley's campus. We produce about 20,000 pounds of food a year, and it's been in operation since about 2010. I run day-to-day work, doing scheduling for all the employee technical expertise, and then coordinate class visits, new projects, budgeting, all that sorts of work. I will almost guarantee that no one has ever walked through the admissions door at Grand Valley and someone has said, "Have you ever thought about farming or agriculture as a career prospect?" No one says that. So many of us are so removed from our food systems that we don't even realize what it takes to do it. And not just in the kind of large critique sense, but we have no idea. This place is an opportunity for students to kind of engage that a little bit more, while also kind of building skills like critical thinking, problem solving, leadership, community engagement, and a number of others. So our reasons for it are pretty vast. It's kind of a learning laboratory. It's an environment to look at the scientific method in kind of an uncontrolled environment. We built the first hoop house in 2011, built the second one in 2012. In my first year of 2010, we produced around 200 pounds of food. This year we'll produce around 15,000 pounds of food. It's a lot easier to plant 100 acres of corn and just spray it 10 times a year, because that's pretty straightforward. What we're doing is a far more iterative process. So, crop failures and lack of infrastructure and lack of tools and not really know what we're doing, or irrigation didn't work out like we planned. I mean, there's been lots and lots of failures, but with each one of those, we kind of take it in stride and then say, all right, what's next? Brian Jabara in the Office of Integrative Learning had an estimate that maybe 1/5 to 1/4 of all lib study students are interested in this area potentially as a future career. If Grand Valley would have started a sustainable food systems project a decade ago, I don't know that it would have taken shape much or had legs. The reason why this has persisted is that students are constantly more and more interested. So we've developed the Sustainable Ag Practicum, which has been well attended. We've received good feedback. This thing that I believe in, that a lot of us believe in, is growing. My goal, and I'll say the institutional goal, but my goal specifically is that it would enrich the things that are happening in West Michigan. So there are a number of people interested in food systems, growing, permaculture, agroecology, and I would hope that it would contribute to those things in some way. It's not about being interested in self-preservation as much as it's interested in contributing to a dialogue about what education is, what learning is, what the tension between ecology and economics are, and what they should be. Learning isn't just the thing that happens inside. And people generally think that learning happens when I'm sitting in a classroom. It's not true. Learning happens all the time. The very fact that we think learning happens in a classroom already suggests a lot about what we know about learning. That the outdoors, the environment, the natural environment, the pristine wilderness just doesn't really matter that much, because if it did, education would happen there more. The thing that we do at the SAP and the thing that happens on hikes and kayak trips and snowshoeing adventures and walks in the park and walks downtown and all sorts of things like that are in fact learning. They're learning about how the world is shaped, and I think we could stand to expand our view.